do want to say I appreciate to all you guys. You guys
Salud.
came.
Salud.
You guys did come for your own.
Yes, sir.
Real friends,
Yes, sir.
real friends. Just
How
know
many
that.
of us?
Toasting up the Modelo's and the 1738 and the, what's that right there? That looks like some amber right there.
Guinness.
Guinness.
Oh, yeah, cunts.
Man,
We live?
we live, bro. We been rolling.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. This is the podcast real quick with your boy Fredo, with your boy Sandro, Jamal, and Mario. We basically made this podcast real quick just to, you know, lighten up your day. Sometimes, some funny shit, some nutrition facts. My boy Mario over here hasn't ate fucking meat in 2 months, There's some things you might have to learn about that. There's a lot of things that people have to say. I'm one of those people who, since I was like 4, I saw someone with fucked up teeth. I would be like, why the fuck did that? Why your teeth so fucked up? Like, I don't know why. So that's why I thought I had to make a podcast because I always have something to say. Sometimes negative, sometimes positive. But feel me? If you guys like the content, I just hope it brightens up your day.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, first topic of the day. I feel like since this whole COVID thing, which has, really affected our lives, that it has done really good for some of us, like me. It has helped my mental illness, helped me cope with my dad more.
For sure.
It really made me. I haven't been on a diet. I've been listening to my dudes like Jamal, like telling me like, hey, you need to start eating some green shit. Then I had this dude who hasn't eaten fucking meat for 2 months.
Bruh, I'm hungry right now, but it's all good.
This
This boy Molly eating a whole turkey sandwich.
I'm eating this pepper turkey right now. It's crazy.
but you always gotta choose your good friends. You feel me? Like they're all like trying to go for the good health. It just positivity goes all around and it affects you to be like, you know what? Maybe I gotta make a change. Maybe I gotta lose some weight. Why can't I do that? So at the end of the day, I want this podcast to always be something that can change. Something to think about in your own thoughts.
Good vibes, positive vibes.
Always.
I just want to say thank you to the people that have been waiting for a podcast to come out. And, a lot of people, we haven't put out no content. They still loyal to us. They still waiting for something.
Real ones on IG right now.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Shit, if it wasn't for the quarantine, I feel like we wouldn't even be doing this podcast right now. We'd all be doing our own life.
Exactly.
For real.
Like what I've heard,
Brought it
since a
back.
lot of people have been at the house, it makes them more creative. They start thinking about it a little bit more. Since we got a lot of time in our hands, and
Yeah,
when's
it's
the last
better-
time an epidemic happened? What, like 100 years ago? 1920?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So
Spanish flu
So
out here.
remember this. This history. This history. We're going to tell our kids, our grandkids about this day. And at the end of the day, just congratulate yourselves that you're still moving on and you're not really
Yeah.
depressed. And if you have an idea, just do it. You gotta do it, bro.
Man.
First topic, the pandemic. I mean, I think a lot of people have been using this time for self-reflection and self-improvement.
Facts.
So like Pinto was just saying, whether it's losing weight, whether it's getting more creative, getting more in touch with yourself, all that's extremely important other than sitting around and being sad during the pandemic.
Exactly.
And shout out all the people that are still working throughout this pandemic.
Straight up, shout out.
Frontliners.
I know you guys have a lot of complaining to do since the stimulus check. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who was working didn't get that shit. Shout out to my boy Marcellus. That boy didn't get nothing.
Bruh, they
And
over
he's
here-
hot. Look, just imagine the dudes, the guys, of course, that didn't work. Well, myself, of course. I was like, fuck it. I didn't work. So I was trying to get the money. So it's not fair for me to get more money than someone who's working his ass off 8 hours a day. It's not fair. But at the end of the day, you have to realize life ain't fair. So it's either going to be sad about it or deal with it.
Man.
Yep.
Perseverance. Because it's funny, too, like, just during this time, like, they talking about the next stimulus check only gonna be, like, $600.
It's taking forever for them to pass that.
Man. That's like a classroom
it's
pizza
funny,
party
and
right
if
now.
you see the tweets, they be like, we're trying so hard for the American people. We want you guys, we understand, like... But the people who actually know about the politics, we know it's all bullshit.
They don't want to give it to us. They don't.
At the end of the day, it's all bullshit, bro.
They don't. Cause Australia, how much they get? They got like damn near 2 racks.
No, Canada, they be getting checks every month.
Fucking
Every
crazy.
citizen.
And then you got people out here like can't pay their rent.
Well, let me ask you guys this,
Like, that's
though.
fucked off. Like,
Let me ask you guys this, though. Like, you know, isn't there some... What's the reason why we don't get that much? Is it just the government, or...
I'm glad you asked.
Because I just don't understand that.
Just a quick fact. There's a disproportionate amount of African American and Hispanic communities and families that are affected by the pandemic versus, you know, the majority Caucasian Americans. That, in my opinion, is a strong reason why they're not actively moving as fast as they should be on pandemic relief, just because those communities are the ones affected the most. Also, our political system, as far as Democrats and Republicans can't agree on anything, and it's always back and forth. You know, your party proposed something, so we're just gonna decline it, no matter if it's good or bad. That's just kind of how our politics system works. So I mean, America in general, we got to work on our politics for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because a lot of the politics, too, all the politicians and the people that work in Congress, they get bought out by lobbyists. You know what I mean? And the lobbyists are in the fucking oil companies. All the oil companies and all the stuff that's happening bad to the environment and all this other shit, like, they got their hands in their pockets because they're like,
let me ask you guys this, though. Like, you know, the electric car movement, Elon Musk, he's pushing that bitch, right?
Oh,
so what's going to
shit.
happen to the oil company?
The electric car companies are already here, and
Yeah,
we can fully evolve into electric cars.
So what's going to happen to the oil?
No, the oils companies are the reason why we're not there, because the oil companies are not allowing that progression to fully happen yet, because that's a lot of money out of their pockets.
Exactly.
It's a lot of money.
No, for sure. Just like the tobacco companies, right? Like,
Same thing.
but what I'm saying is like, so what are they gonna do? You know, they already passed a law in California about the, you know, like the electric cars.
Oh,
yeah.
So what are the oil companies gonna do now? Are the law's already passed? Like, they're moving forward, California.
Yeah, but that's
So-
not federal. Like, you know what I mean?
what
California
you
is
mean by
damn
that?
near its own, like,
Oh.
so there's state law and then there's federal law. Federal law always overrides state law in the whole country, if you think about it. Like, but
and California is much more progressive than a lot of other states. So before we see, you know, Arkansas being fully electric, you're gonna see a lot more electric cars in California for sure. But it's slowly a progression, and it's gonna be a lot more popular. I don't know if it'll completely be electric cars and we get rid of gasoline. It's a possibility. I'm already on the topic of autonomous driving. Pretty soon there's going to be nobody even driving cars.
yeah.
And that's going to be a lot safer. You got to understand how many car accidents there are a year, fatal car accidents. They kill more people than anything else.
Yeah.
Car accidents.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah,
I
car
never knew
accidents. Look it up. I don't know as far as like cancer or other diseases, but car accidents, as far as trauma, car accidents is the highest for sure.
It's the highest for teens, too. Like,
Yeah, for teens,
for
for
teens,
sure.
everybody be down.
That's why you always gotta wear your seatbelt, even though,
Man.
you know, we all got our license young.
Yep.
So, you know, we didn't give a fuck.
Fact.
I for sure didn't. So
I done did some crazy shit. 16 in that 99 Camry.
15.
that
You was
Camry.
15.
15.
He got his permit, got his license at 15. I was rolling with this nigga to the gym. I was like, nigga, it's lit.
Stupid juice.
that one was
Had
slapping.
hella knock, slapping hella cheap key.
Man.
It was an
that's-
Antioch.
Bang 3.
It was an Antioch, and that one was slapping.
Bang, bang.
Bruh, we had this Chilean neighbor. Every time this boy was slapping, he would be looking with the
sir.
flashlight, like, oh, who's slapping right
So
now?
if y'all don't know, me and Pinto lived 2 houses away from each other. So we had the same neighbors and everything. So
Same neighbors and
we had that
everything.
one neighbor. We ain't gonna say his name, but
Yeah.
he was actually, what is he, a soccer coach?
Yeah,
at
soccer
BB?
coach,
Yeah,
yep.
We had him as a neighbor. He was cool, but you know, I pull up
Right.
slapping. That's gonna
You
happen.
know, as a young, 14, 15, 16-year-olds, bruh, you know, we couldn't smoke at the house, you feel me? So we always would smoke outside. This boy's house or my house.
Yep.
You will see this dude just snap with the fucking flashlight, and all you see is a glare. Like, we're just chilling with smoking. We see a fucking glare. We all turn our heads,
Look like a strobe light.
and we're just like, yo. We're just like, yo. And then Marcellus and Jamal was just like, yup, yeah. And I would tell him, nah, he good. I'll be like, shh. He knew the sign. Shh, I'm here. Shh.
Yeah,
So he knew.
Bro, we chilling.
Oh God, man. Yeah, nah, smoking in the cuts out here is hilarious.
But yeah, man, car accidents and autonomous driving.
Yeah.
But
That's gonna be the wave.
let me ask Sandra a question though. Since you are a bartender in a restaurant, you feel me? How has it made your life a little bit more difficult in these times?
I just had to deal with a lot more drunk people, obviously.
No, without the.
Without.
He's saying while you're not working.
Yeah,
While I'm not working, shit, dealing with a lot more drunk people. No, I just, it's a blessing in disguise. I'm able to actually be with my family during the holidays. Not working during Christmas or Thanksgiving was actually dope.
So me, Sandro, and Pinto all worked at Ruth Chris, and for the last, I don't know how many years for Sandro, but it's been 2 years for me. I haven't enjoyed Christmas or Thanksgiving or Mother's Day, Father's Day, anything, bro. And we work every holiday.
And before I came to this restaurant, I used to work at a Mexican supermarket that had 365 days we were open. So, and all those Latinos would work overtime. They would never get paid overtime because that job was all about, if you got no papers, bro, we got you, but we're going to treat you like slaves.
Yeah.
So, this is the first time I had my Christmas, my Thanksgiving chill since I was 17. And I'm not going to lie, people could say I'm being lazy for not working these couple months, but I've been happier, and that's all that fucking matters. And that's all that should matter in people.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because if you're over there thinking about, oh shit, you start looking at people on social media, oh, they got a job, oh, blah, blah, blah. You just fucking up your own mindset. And that's not the way to go.
That's right.
Yeah, sure.
Hey man, one of the deadliest poisons out there is comparison, bro.
Exactly.
You can't compare your situation and yourself to other people. You gotta. Everybody's on their own path.
Yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy.
And I'm gonna tell you something. If someone starts comparing their child or something, and they're talking to you about it, bro, you need to get away from that person. Because that person is real insecure. They're trying to compare how their life is better than yours, and get away from those people.
Fuck yeah.
Always go with the people who just support you for what the fuck you do. Look. If you meet someone who's a drug addict, and you just meet him, he just came out rehab. You feel me? Like that could be one of your closest brothers you could ever meet, because strangers to me, strangers straight up, are the best. Type of people to actually vent to.
Yeah.
Because we could all be close friends and stuff like that, but we actually care about, close friends' judgment.
Yeah.
So we sometimes would rather, speak and vent to some stranger, which sometimes would help.
And that's why people have therapists, and that's why people go to counseling. Because when you talk to your friends or your families about things that are bothering you, you got to understand that they know certain things about you. They know your buttons and all types of stuff. So you got to understand, when you talk to someone that's random and someone that's studied in, mental health and can diagnose you or knows how to ask certain questions that lead to certain answers and get you exploring your mind. That's why people seek mental health and going to counselors and all types of things like that and therapists. Because you can't talk to someone that's already attached and has a perspective about you. You want someone with a clean slate that can give you advice objectively, not subjectively, and with biases. So, yeah, man. It's important to talk to strangers or, and when you talk to strangers, they might give you some insight that you've never had in your life.
And the sad truth is, maybe the strangers love you more than your close friends. That's one of the hardest facts that someone has to face.
Yeah.
Because a stranger could give you more love than that dude that gave you love in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's just the hard fact. But you need to understand, people should, it's think about it. How many people have told you I'm in therapy?
Right.
I can't name nobody
talks about that.
I've
only got a couple friends that told me that.
Yeah.
And
they're really close friends, so that's why they would tell me.
So I used to start thinking, how come... I started thinking, let's say I go to therapy, right? But I told my friend, I was like, yeah. how come people don't? Why come people don't want to tell their friends? So then I started thinking. I was like, because then maybe their friends might think, oh, you're crazy or you have some mental illness. I was like, oh, that makes a little bit of sense.
Everybody wants to keep a perfect image too.
So if you can't be real with the people around you, then you need to cut them the fuck off. That's how I see it, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like we all have some, issues since this internet. We're the first fucking generation with the fucking internet, so we have some type of issues, and we just have to.
I know I do.
We just have to get ass open. We have to open up to the people who are around you, and not feel judged.
Let's dive into this generation. Man, there's so much that we put on display all the time, and there's a lot of people that show themselves in the perfect light all the time. And there's people who are like, man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or I just got a house, I just got a kid, and everyone's just comparing themselves. Like, man, I'm still at my mom's house, or damn, I don't got a job yet, or when am I gonna start my family? All these things that older generations, they had that with their close circles, but it wasn't as extreme as we have it, because we see everybody
every day. We see the whole Instagram. We see, And to keep it honest, bro, like, all human beings compare, bro. All human beings, nature is to, like, see some other human being do better, be like, damn. But that's poison, bro. It's poison to compare, even with kids. Like, my parents are from old generation Latinos. Like, old generation love to compare children. And this is the year, 2020 COVID, where I actually spoke to my parents talking about stop comparing. Because that just brings this energy of who's better, and once you bring that energy of who's better,
it's a competition.
Why do you even talk to that person? And I ain't gonna lie, someone who told me that, it was one of my teachers told me that. It was fucking Deer Valley. I think it was the sex.
Mr. Mistrangelo.
He was the one who told me. He said if whoever, when you grow up and have kids, whoever you try to be friends with, and they start being like, so what's your kid doing? That's the first couple things to say. You shouldn't be cool with them.
Yeah.
And I remember that since freshman year, because I was like, damn, that's fucking right. Because I started comparing my parents, like, because their fucking family be comparing. So of course that brings down, the branch. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. People definitely got to be cool with the comparison, and it reminds me of, like, I don't know why, some like 70s sitcom where it's like, hey Jan, my son just won the spelling bee, and they're comparing. Well, what is Jane doing, or what is so and so doing? Right. And everyone's like, man, they get home and they start talking shit. Yeah, Danielle, her son isn't doing well, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's
Danielle has an uncle. Like, I always see her drunk.
Yeah, like, she's
dirty.
It just starts, the messy. Yeah. It's messy, it's gossip, and, man, we got to be past that, bro. We got to be past that.
It's funny.
That's some old school generation shit that now we can hear this and be like, bro, we need to stop. We need to stop doing that, bro. What comes... There's no outcome. Yeah. No good outcome after you do all that shit.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Mario?
No, I was just saying, like, everybody does that because American culture has always been, like, number one for the whole worldview. So when, like, just think about, like, when immigrants come here, they see that culture, they're like, oh, okay, that's how I should be. Like, you know what I mean? I should be comparing, the little guy. You know what I'm saying? Big bank take little bank mentality. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
But other than that, like, that's why I was just saying, like, that's why a lot of people feel like that usually, That should be crazy.
Yeah, man. A lot of people, and one thing I will say, I respect so much when people come to America and they embrace their own culture heavily. Like, they fully if you're a Latino, if you're Indian, if you're Pacific Islander, and you bring your culture here and you celebrate your culture, you don't have to assimilate to America. You don't gotta be drinking Budweiser and fucking,
You know, Bruce Springsteen.
Man, yeah, you don't gotta be
America.
Yeah, you don't gotta be America. That's a certain demographics culture, and everyone needs their own culture, and that's what makes America dope. I could go to the city, and I was around San Francisco like most of my upbringing, and bro, I could go certain neighborhoods or certain stores, and I see a whole different culture, a whole different world, and it's heavily celebrated, and it's a good feeling. It's not like you gotta hide it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I really appreciate when other people do that. So we were just talking about American culture. Sandro, what you think, bro? You got parents that are immigrants.
Yeah, I would say that one thing about America is there's a lot of competition here.
Yep.
Amongst Americans, amongst immigrants, because we're all coming here to try and succeed and have a better life. So even if we're not at where we want to be, and we might not be from the same place, we're still trying to get the same thing, which we don't know what that is. The American dream is, an image that you have to have this kind of. You gotta have this house. You gotta have this. The
white picket fence.
Yeah, the wife's over there staying at home. That's the old days. You can't do that anymore. Our parents' generation. They can be one person can work and one person can stay home and raise the kids. That's impossible now.
I'm happy you brought that up because I just got my hair cut by my homie David. You know David Mario.
That boy fresh. Just to let y'all know that boy big fresh.
Hey, you feel me? But you feel me? Something slight. But shout out David because he's Latino American. He got 3 kids and he's got a beautiful wife, beautiful home, and you feel me? He was telling me because he's got a beautiful house in Brentwood. It's super nice. I'm not gonna tell all his business, but I was looking at his house and I'm like, man, you really embodied the American dream. Like you did it. And he was like, I wouldn't have this house if it wasn't for my wife, and my wife wouldn't have this house if it wasn't for me. It's a mutual thing. We got this together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful, bro. That whole one person bringing home all the money that shit is out, man. Especially when living in the Bay Area, you need 2 incomes, bro.
Exactly.
You need a family and a team. But we're talking about America. Just to switch up the topic, Sandro, let's talk about Spain and the different lifestyle out there because it's completely different. Man. And I'll tell you right now, the happiness scale is a lot higher out there, in my opinion.
All I heard was beautiful women when y'all said Spain.
But it's more that goes to it. But yeah.
I know. Hey, single men can only talk. Single men can only talk.
I can talk. Man. There's some beautiful women out in Spain, bro. There's some beautiful women out in Spain.
I can say is that there's beautiful people everywhere, but over there people don't drive as much. Everybody's walking. I'm snitching on myself. I'm snitching on myself right now.
People don't drive as much.
People don't drive, and you see more of the city. Like America, they have like the highest obesity in the world. Cars, fuel consumption, everything. And out there, it's just like my aunt and uncle. They go to work, and then their lunch break, they get to come home and eat.
I was just gonna say that every business out there takes a break midday. And it's not like a 10-minute break or a 30-minute break you take in America. Business is shut for like 2 hours, sometimes, maybe 3 hours. Yeah. And it's a whole like break in the middle of the day. And they don't work crazy ass 9-10 hours. They're working like normal days. Like I want to say like 6 to 8 hour days. Mm-hmm. And it's not
like how America used to be in a way.
I'm not sure if America ever was like that, man.
Like I thought how America used to be was you just get a job, bro. Like cashier.
That's true. That is true.
5 days from fucking 12 to 8. You
that's
got
true.
your house.
That's true.
That's what I thought.
America used to be a place where you could get a simple job where you could get a high school diploma. You could either learn a trade or work at a business, and you would have enough to support your family. And times have changed, and it's changed in other countries, but in America, extremely it's changed.
In other countries too, there's no college like debt, right? Like
a lot of college is free in other places.
Like that's a huge thing because I'll tell you something. The reason I had to drop out of school because I just didn't see myself making my parents broke to go to like a doctorate in psychology school. Mm-hmm. Just for something I didn't really 100% was into. I don't see that's right.
Yeah.
And that really does stop somebody from going a little bit forward with the school because, you don't want to Like, why the fuck you gonna be in debt in life? Are you really gonna be happy?
Yeah,
and that's like dead ass like putting a nail in the coffin, bro. Once you do it, you do it.
It's discouraging, man, because it's like, all right, I'm gonna go to school for 4 or 5 years of my life, try to get this one degree, and if I get this degree, I'm gonna be in debt, and then I'm gonna have to get a job where I'm not gonna be able to survive.
Yeah.
But, you know, my brother was telling me that in like the Scandinavian countries or Norway or something, by the end of your high school, before you go into college, you have to know at least 3 languages.
Yeah.
It's required. You have to learn
That's something I never
Norwegian. You have to learn English, and they speak English like you could tell them a joke and they'll laugh. You know.
Yep.
And then we over here just fucking dumb with it.
We get mad that we have to take a Spanish class or something.
Hola.
No cap.
Burrito.
My dad, he grew up in Morocco. He didn't come to America till he was 20, and his high school made him learn French. They learn Arabic because that's their native language, and they learn English. So they know 3 languages already. And he took a German class, you know, just for extra. So he knows German too. And it's like, man, the emphasis on languages is heavy international versus America. It's like, man, everyone has to learn English. And if you come to America, you better know English pretty much. Yeah. There's not...
we grew up from elementary to middle school and then high school. They never really pushed us. To fucking be like, hey, you need this for the future. They'd be like, I mean, if you want to, I mean, go ahead. Choose the language you want to learn.
Don't learn Spanish. You got to practice this cursive.
Yeah, on God, man. I was talking about that earlier. Cursive was one of the biggest wastes of time that I think I ever learned in school.
It really was. And
when did we write in cursive?
They don't even show us how to do checks.
Checks?
They don't know how to like.
Write a check?
Yeah, we
don't know how to do nothing.
No, we didn't learn none of that.
We didn't learn how to do anything regarding finance, regarding taxes, regarding healthcare. All you learn, well, I mean, you learn stuff, but like, there's some valuable information that could be restructured and repurposed in education.
Yeah. But the positivity of it all is, I mean, we can all search everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the information
good thing
age.
about it, you know. Instead of, you know.
That's the luck of us in our generation, because like everything is accessible to us. Where back then, like niggas had encyclopedia sets.
That's when the OGs laugh at us like, I'm gonna break your phone. Hey, fix that counter. What you gonna do?
We don't know how to do nothing with our hands.
Fix that microwave.
Man.
We don't know how to do nothing with our hands. It's funny though, because you can learn how to do a lot on the internet. You can learn how to work on cars. You know, I taught myself how to cook through the internet. My parents, well, my dad knows how to cook, but my mom, she's a good cook. But I be cooking different dishes that like never were in our family, and she just be like, "How do you make that?" Because their generation, they learn from the elders and they learn from people. Tradition. It's all tradition and passed down. Versus I'll hop on YouTube and learn how to, you know, make a traditional Italian dish, lasagna, the way that an old grandma in Italy will make. And it's like, man, it's just off the internet, bro. You can learn
that's
anything.
why, like, they take off electricity. It's over.
That's
how crazy it is.
That's true.
Imagine us no electricity for 1 week.
Yeah,
I'll be pretty bored. Not gonna lie.
I'm doing hella
but you don't know
push-ups.
the weather. It could be hot summer. It could be cold. You don't know. That electricity does a lot of motherfucking. The food's gonna be fucked up now in the fridge a week.
Yep.
Now
who knows how to dry age their food?
Oh.
Who knows how to store their food
And
without
I know
electricity?
that other countries do.
Icebox. That's the only thing I know. Get you a little old icebox and throw that shit. But it's so many tricks to the trade of like growing up like from, you know, previous generations, because they know a little bit how to do that, you know, how to survive without electricity, you know. Right now, we're so dependent on it. It's like, shit, you take this shit away, it's like, whoa. Unless you got solar panels.
Let's talk about like depression too. Like, you can't tell your OG parents you're depressed.
Oh, yeah.
What they gonna do?
They like, bruh,
You know what I had to go through?
You know what
So we put them in their shoes, and then it just makes you feel bad because you're like, damn, if a real smart person starts reflecting, like, oh, if I was in my parents' shoes, Shit.
They didn't have time to be depressed. They didn't have the
Exactly.
They didn't
They
have.
didn't have
So-
the luxury.
Yeah, exactly.
They like, bruh, you over there cozy with heater.
Man.
What you sad about?
You got Pornhub, bro. What the fuck?
So that's
You see this roof?
Man.
They like,
Hey,
you see this?
it's crazy though.
you see them
because-
frijoles? No, I'm playing.
It's crazy though, because the older generations definitely went through depression. Every
yeah.
human does,
yeah.
but they didn't have time to think about it and
Oh,
acknowledge it and diagnose it.
They didn't
Exactly.
have words for
They
it.
They
didn't know
didn't
what
have
that
words
was.
for it. Exactly.
They said I want to move on and fuck it.
Man,
Exactly.
get drunk real quick.
Yep.
They did. They were big drinkers.
Alcohol has always been a part of American culture,
Yep.
if you think about it. Alcohol and drugs in general.
Drugs, prescription pills for sure. You know they used to give like if you stayed at an orphan house or if you stayed at like a group home, they used to give kids micro dosage of tranquilizer, bro, in the 70s. Just to keep the kids, they don't get too excited and they don't get too mad, bro.
Man, keep them mellow.
Keep them mellow, and that's what they do with people who have mental illnesses too. They give them a lot of drugs to just make them feel nothing.
Yeah, man.
It's
and
crazy.
like that's why sometimes I was thinking about therapy. If my therapist is telling me, hey, you need to take this drug, I'm like, nah. I don't say no to it.
I would.
I even told my sister like, cause my sister she might need therapy too. We
Everybody
try to
needs
accept it.
therapy, man.
Everybody
And then like it just helps. It helps you as a human being. But if someone has to take drugs for it, bro, that means you start getting addicted.
Yeah.
That's alcohol. That's weed. When people say weed's not addictive, I'm sorry, but if you're depressed all the fucking time and you have to smoke weed, you're addicted.
Anytime you need something to
Addictive.
make you feel a certain way, it's an addiction. Your body craves it.
Yes.
And there's positive addictions. You could be addicted to exercise. You could be addicted to reading. You could be addicted to good things. Sometimes everyone needs like a routine or certain things in their life. And it's on you to choose what that is. If you want to choose a prescription pill,
It's up
you
to
want
you.
to choose alcohol, it's not a good look, man. It's just not
any
a good
type
look.
of drug like that. There's so many natural ways like you can get rid of your shit. But it's all about access to information at the end of the day. A lot of people don't have this access, so when they get a pill, they like fuck it.
For sure.
It's so easy for them.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
It's like the way it feels.
Exactly.
It's an escape.
At the end of the day, instead of you going, prescription drugs or smoking weed, try to just run. Go out and hack and run. The sun, once it touches you, like they always said, the sun actually affects a lot of shit.
The sun is a healing property for sure.
Everything. Without the sun and the plants, everything. Like, if human beings, we need that shit. If the sun don't touch us for 2 days, look at our moons.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we don't understand.
Can't sit in the house all day. You could even just take a walk outside in your neighborhood. Do something.
The sun, that's the number one drug everybody should take first.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and run. And to be honest, if you overweight right now, bro, obesity is a huge problem. Just imagine when you 40, bro, you can't eat what the fuck you want because your dumb ass didn't take care of yourself when you was in your 20s.
Man, no cap.
No cap.
Because you need to. Because like shit. I have my dad's partner who he's about to lose his leg with diabetes.
Yeah.
Both legs.
That's
It's
not
all
the
purple.
DJ.
It's all purple.
Wow,
Imagine
people.
you not being able to eat nothing for the rest of your motherfucking life. Just salads and shit. Or you can just change your life right now and eat when the fuck you want when you're in the 50s, 60s, 70s and you cool.
Mm-hmm.
But obesity is a huge problem over here because it's the cheapest shit.
It's the cheapest and easiest.
And we all
to
know
do.
this. We all know this motherfucking shit. We've been knowing this since we were 12,
Right.
11. The cheapest shit is always the fast food and the most expensive is the organic shit. So it takes a real person to actually fucking cook their food, prep their food,
Takes time, man.
and that's life.
That's life, though.
If you don't take your time to do anything, bro, you just fucked.
Nothing comes easy. Nothing worth having has come easy, and that's health. That's whatever body you want. That's whatever relationship you want. That's whatever personal gain that you want. It takes time. It takes effort. It can't just be let me go and go to the store and I have everything pre-made and I'll have dinner ready. If you want a healthy dinner, you gotta
That's the
be
easy way
active
out,
about
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Anybody who always wants the easy way out, you guys know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
If you want something in life, you gotta work hard for it. We all know the recipe. It's all about the laziness,
Yep.
and that's how
That's facts.
So
Factuality.
One thing I could say too is people that have the ability going up to my parents' spot, you know, they have 9 acres, so I'm able to walk around and do shit.
Yeah.
But also animals are therapeutic, you know, like
True.
my
that's true.
a lot of like I read some shit that horses can feel your heartbeat through their feet.
That's what's up.
And
And where you got horses?
yeah, a little side,
Yeah, he got
Couple
like
of
4
stallions. Couple of Megs and Stallions.
Yeah, I keep my stable.
Bet on
full.
number 3. Bet on number 3.
But one thing I can say too is that
Let me get $20.
one thing I can say too is that I've had people that come look at my horses, and some of my family members, their parents have you know, I mean the kids, they have like disabilities or something like that, and it's good for them to interact with the animals too. It's very
Yep.
good for them, and it's therapeutic. And I feel like a lot of people, instead of, you know, especially during these times, you know, everybody's trapped inside the house, getting stir crazy. You're not able to, well, I mean, you can go outside, but you don't want to necessarily, or you know, you're next to people. There's something about when you have no one around you,
Yep.
and you're just by yourself with nature, that you just, you know, self-reflect a little bit more. It makes you think more. You know, that's why you.
Human nature, were we always connected to animals? Like before the fucking.
Yeah. But even then, like, you know, you got to think about it. Like, people, you know, they just want to like stay inside. Like, I'm kind of being a hypocrite because I like to play games. I like to watch TV and everything. But at the same time, you got to escape that because, you know, it's not doing anything good sometimes. You know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a lot of time that can be allocated bettering yourself. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna front. This past week, I got on Madden at least an hour a day.
That's chill though. An hour a day, I'll be gaming.
Yeah.
I'll be gaming at least a couple of them hours.
Hey, just shout out to that song Pinto. I was just saying, bro.
Oh, that Bodie
They
dance?
emailed me saying like it was okay for the song to be called Pinto. I said it's okay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You emailed it?
Yeah, they emailed me. It's crazy.
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
He's talking about the song Pinto,
Yeah,
the Bodie
oh,
James song that you sang
oh.
yesterday.
You
Wait,
emailed them?
Yeah, no, they emailed me saying like it's okay if I name the song after you.
Oh,
this
wow.
fool. I thought he was being serious for a
I thought you were being serious too. I'm like,
huh? I was like, how you get Alchemist email?
man.
Nah, I was been playing.
You got the plug.
I was been playing, bro.
Love that boy.
Nah, I put that on my story. My sister said, "Really?" I searched it up. Oh my God. My sister, man.
That's hella funny.
My sister, man. It's my sister. I just said you don't understand. It's an album. She was like, "Oh, I thought it was like a relative."
Oh, my
Some
God.
ancestry shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, shout out to the Alchemist. He be making fire beats.
Fire beats.
Everybody rap fire.
All right, right before we end the podcast, though,
Yes, sir.
what should we all have as human beings? Love and forgiveness, correct?
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of things I think humans should have, but yeah, those two are definitely love and forgiveness. I would say love and like acceptance, but I feel like if you love somebody, you accept them. So that's like the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do y'all think? Love and what else? I think love for sure
love
is
for
needed.
sure.
Everyone needs love.
Everybody needs love, and everybody just needs like kindness.
Kindness.
Kindness, because it's like it's so many things that get kind of misconstrued because somebody's being a dick.
Yeah.
Like literally, like there's literally a whole situation. It's like, bro, if you were actually kind in this situation, it wouldn't go like this.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean?
Sandro?
I say understanding. I would say love, but love is just such a dangerous word because people be like, I love my car. Or, I love these shoes. I love this. You know, like, everybody's got their own interpretation of love, but I'd say just being, you need to be happy, you know, because there's always someone that's going to have it worse than you, and there's always going to be someone that has it better than you, no matter what.
That's facts.
And you know, that you could tie that into the comparison and competition here or whatever, but there's bigger things in this world to worry about than, you know, the hole in my sock I got right now. or
Two things,
something,
though.
you know?
2 things.
2 things. I say understanding and understanding.
It's hard, bro.
It's hard because it's like, you know, to limit it to 2. I'm gonna say like.
You said
You
happiness.
could do
but
5,
it's
bro.
like,
Yeah.
that's a little far.
Yeah.
I mean,
Understanding, I fuck with the
You said understanding and happiness.
yeah.
That's the two things you need as a human.
Yeah, definitely. What about
What
you?
what's you?
I said love and forgiveness. I'm gonna explain why. Love, you need to have love as human beings because I think that's the most powerful emotion we have, because that could actually bring adrenaline if it happens to the right person. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Forgiveness, because people could do you wrong, and why have that hate in your heart? You feel me? And forgive yourself too on the things you've done wrong.
Yep.
If you have those two things and you understand those two things, I feel like you'll grow as a person, and then you'll look at life a little bit more different and be like, you know what, that dude must have his life like, you know, you don't know what's going on with his life. You feel me?
All right.
So love and forgiveness is you know.
I see you on that. I think forgiveness is a good one. Now that you explain it that way, because forgiveness is just being able to like let things go.
Yes.
And like if someone, like you said, if someone did you wrong, or if you do somebody wrong, just let it go. Because people, when you dwell on things, man, you waste years of your life.
And it's hard, but you understand this, that there's people who are in their 40s and 30s that don't even understand what forgiveness is.
There's people in their 70s.
So when you see them and you fucking I guess like cut them in fucking traffic, they want to fight your ass because they dead ass have so much grudges in them that they're just so ready to let that motherfucker out.
Yeah, let the
And
beast
they're
out.
not. We can all tell the people who have the tension, the people who really have like they're just, the vibe ain't there, bro.
Yeah.
And those are people who don't forgive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion. So forgiveness to me is actually number one, because you have to forgive yourself for things that, you know, we'll have, you know, our demons in our head, shit that we've done, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Feel me?
Shit.
So
Yes, sir.
All right, so I feel like that was a good, you know, first episode. Just some closing thoughts. We appreciate everyone that's tuning in to our first episode. We plan on recording a couple more of these. Well, you know, definitely. We don't know when we're gonna stop, but we want to keep it going. You know.
And to be honest, we're just gonna be ourselves, and hopefully you did gain some knowledge, something that, you know, woke you up a little bit, and that's all our intentions is to do. And
yeah, this is just a conversation amongst bros about, you know, topics that everybody is interested in.
Yes.
And, you know, feel free to, you know, listen and comment or whatever.
And criticize if you want to.
Criticize.
Let us know what you want to hear too, because
Facts.
I know we got people that want to listen, and I got people that want to come on here. So if we get the ball rolling on this, you know, we get some special guests, other creative people, other visionary people on here that bring their own take on certain issues, certain subjects that we talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing call-ins too. We're gonna figure that situation out. And
Yeah, we will.
We'll have, you know, times where people can call in and speak on topics.
And I got some goofy dudes that probably gonna be disrespectful, be like, "Hey, Pinto, shut the fuck up," you know, and then end the call. But you know,
Hey, see, now it's already ruined. They can't do it no more. We spoiled it for y'all.
I said, yeah, cut that part out.
Nah, it's good. It's good. All right, well, yeah, man. Thanks for tapping in with the first episode.
And we will keep doing it, bro, because to be honest, we enjoyed just doing it. I enjoy it, so.
Yeah, man. Good conversations.